Welcome to Nine Links, guys. This is your host, Alex. Today, we're just going to talk about briefly about self-watering kits that I used last year. Well, not last year, many time ago. I usually water the plant myself, but these self-watering kits do come in handy when you go on a vacation with stuff. I mean, you can always ask your neighbor to do it, but you don't want to do a favor in return. Just sometimes do it is easier. And with these, this one is just a really general one I bought off of Amazon. I'm not associated with this brand anyway. Just you set it up, set the time, set the frequency, and then I just started to set this up today. So I'm still running low on some of the material, so I ordered off the website already. So just get a line over, and these line I typically don't want to bury under the soil because the Texas clay soil is very alkaline, so it's not. I mean, I just keep it above the grass, and right now it's still early spring. By the time get to the midsummer, the grass will partially cover it up. And coming over here, and then for these guys, you can buy on the web. There's another a dripping system, but I just made it myself. This one is easier, so I can know what pot size I use. All I did was using the tubing, make a circle, and use a T connector on the end to connect them, and eventually the outlet right there will plug into the main line. And on the back, I don't know if you can see it. Basically on the back, I did just drill a small hole using the drill bit, or you can just burn a paper clip and poke a hole through each one of them. Depends on the watering you need. For example, for this pot, I did a 12 holes on the side, but for the bigger pots, I did 36. I think this one's 36, or the white champaca one's 36. So more holes means more water. So let's say if this plant and that plant, I turn on water 30 minutes both. This one probably, let's just say, example, I will get 2 cups of water. Since this 3 times the hose on that tubing, so this one's 30, so this one 3 times is 90. So it will get as 90. Let's just make it basically 90 cups of water. So anyway, something like that. So basically, this one is gonna get 3 times as much as water as this one. So tubing is very easy. These tubing are very cost effective, very economical. Just run it through, and I'll probably keep the same line through the summer, and the winter time I can just unplug it and keep the tubing on there next year if I come out and plug it in. Now these tubing do have a weakness, is that over time, depends on where you live. I mean, sometimes the sunlight will over time, as with all plastic, will get them wear them down. So since they are cheap, they're very easily replaceable, and also it's very cheap to make too. So I'm gonna set it up, and then over here in the garden, and the small garden on the side, probably just gonna get one straight line of tubing across, and then put a hole on it for every half an inch, something like that. Okay. And also another tip for using the tubing. You see the tubing when you buy the lines, it's always curl up like that. So before you start working, you always want to stretch that line out in the sun or somewhere in the warm weather. Like this one I did, I hook it up to the brake on my patio. I drag them around all the way over here, and then tied it up over there. So give that kind of stretch, and afternoon sun comes in, heat it up, as with rubber, it will help them form the shape of straight line. So when you do work on the like the garden, you put it over there, it's a lot easier. Yeah, instead of they all curly and stuff. This way, just do it before your project. Give it about 1 day ahead, should be fine. All right, that's it. Just a small update on just how to set up the tubing for the self-watering system. It's very easy actually, and it's once you have those connectors and T-shape, L-shapes and stuff, it's all your imagination, not imagination, all your creativity. I'm about to say imagination at work. I think that's a General Electric's logo, anyway, model or whatever slogan. So basically, put your there are a lot of stuff. Of course, if you don't want to set up yourself, make your own stuff. You can always buy online. There's drips, heads, sprinkler thing, and stuff like that. But those typically cost a lot. And also, another thing is that the way this tubing is set up is it's not harmful to the pot. I just put on top and it will drip inside. If you buy the one that online, the drip system, they always like drip stake. You have to stake it into your pot. So anyway, I just don't prefer to do that. Okay. All right. You guys take care. We'll see you next time.